In the following video, you will learn how to find resources for your Speech 205 course from HTTC Library. You're currently looking at the college's website. To get to the library, go to Quick Links and find the library about 3/4 of the way down on the page. For your Speech 205 course, we've built a specially designed site called a LibGuide where you can find all the best library resources in one location, specifically aimed at students in a speech class. Click on the LibGuides link, then in the drop-down box, scroll down and locate the LibGuide for your course. You'll navigate your way around the LibGuide using the tabs that you see along the center of the page. In this video, we'll highlight some of the best resources you could use in this class. But please know that anything that isn't discussed in this video can also be used for research purposes. The Home tab comes up first, and it's basically just a welcome page. The Choosing a Topic tab has links that could help you with picking topics for a speech if you did need any assistance in that area. The Books tab has a link to the library catalog where you can search to see if we have any print materials available on a speech topic that you're giving. One book we do have in the library that could be of interest to you is your course textbook. If you don't have a copy, we do have one available to you, but please note that it is available for library use only, meaning you can scan it, photocopy it, take pictures with your phone, but you can't leave the library with this item. All the other resources that you're going to see in this video are ones that are available from off-campus. When off-campus, you'll be prompted for your My HTTC login credentials for off-campus access. On the eBooks tab, you'll find 5 different boxes, each containing different companies that we receive ebooks from. The 2 on the left, Credo Reference and Gale eBooks, provide you with background information on a topic. It can be a good idea to look in these if you either need more information about your topic to better understand it, or you need some help coming up with some keywords to use in your research. We're going to go to Credo Reference first. Let's say you were giving a speech on how AI is going to be used to help with weather forecasting. You might come to something like Credo Reference to find entries out of ebooks about the topic of weather forecasting. All of the entries that we're looking at on the page now are about the topic that we searched for, and they all come out of different ebooks. The nice thing here is that you're not having to read the entire book, you're just reading the entry about your topic out of the book. You'll also note that it tells you the word length of each entry, so some will be medium or shorter length, while some will be more lengthy. When you find one that looks good to you, click on it and you can immediately read that item. One thing to note is that all library resources come with 2 important buttons. One is the Cite button. Sometimes it's also called Citation, depending upon the library resource that you're using. But clicking on this link will show you how to cite the source in MLA style. The other useful link is the Share link. Sometimes this says Send or Email, but this allows you to send this item to yourself so that you don't have to recreate the search down the road. If you want to view this item again, you can just go to your email inbox and find it there. One other thing that Credo Reference does that's helpful is they'll take whatever topic you searched for and put it in this map that you see on the right-hand side of the page. The topic you searched for is at the center, and then related topics are around the outside of that map. If you want to learn more about one of the topics outside the center, just click on it, and all of your results on the left-hand side will be updated to that topic. Returning to the eBooks tab, the EBSCO ebook collection and eBook Central will provide you with full textbooks cover to cover. If you remember, when we looked at these first two databases, those were giving us entries out of books, and we didn't have to read the whole book. With these two, you are getting the entire book. However, it doesn't mean you have to read the whole thing. You may just want to read one chapter out of the book. So here's a search with results for weather forecasting. And if this book looked good to me, I could click on it. And as I said just a moment ago, you could just go into one chapter and read a single chapter as opposed to reading the entire book. Lastly, on the eBooks tab, you'll find the Statistical Abstract of the United States. This is a single ebook that provides you with access to statistics, US-based statistics. Let's use another timely topic here and do a search for information about wine. Recent studies have come out talking about how climate change is impacting wine growers. So maybe you want to come to the Statistical Abstract of the United States to see if there are any available statistics about wine. And here we have 17 different charts with statistics about that topic. If you see one that looks good to you, simply click on it and you can go in and take a look at that chart. If you're not sure how to interpret the data in the chart, read the paragraph below the title of the chart to understand how the data should be interpreted. And again, always be on the lookout for that cite or citation button to see how to cite the source in MLA style. Next up on the Databases tab, this is where you'll be able to search for articles. When you think library databases, the main things that you're going to return back are journal articles, magazine articles, and newspaper articles. This is where the most recent information is usually published. It can take some time for books to be published, whether it be in print or in ebook format, but articles are published at a much faster rate, so when you're researching more timely topics, you tend to find more things in our library databases because they are searching through journal, magazine, and newspaper articles. On the right-hand side of this page, you'll notice that there are multiple boxes, each with links to different library databases. In the first box, you'll find our general information databases. These are databases you could use for any speech and just about any topic. Next, you'll encounter the controversial issues and viewpoint databases. These are databases that take a very clear stand, and the articles try and persuade you to believe a specific side. This could become particularly handy when it comes time for doing your persuasive speeches. And lastly, at the bottom, you have our news databases. The top two are more general in their coverage, whereas the third one covers science news. You could use those databases for probably any speech in this class. We're going to start out by looking at a few of the general information databases. You'll notice that the top two are labeled as being best bets. The reason for that is because those are the library's largest databases. They have the most articles available to you. We're going to go into Academic Search Premier first. I'm going to show you two different searches. The first is the wrong way to search. Library resources cannot be searched the same way you search Google. You'll notice that this search, while it probably would have been successful if I was on the internet and searching something like Google, here I'm not successful. No results were found. The reason for this is library resources need to be searched differently than the general internet. You should search using only keywords or key phrases. For example, in this search, climate change and wine are probably my two main search concepts. But since they're two different things that I do want to join together, the way I should do my search is by adding the word "and" between them. The "and" will join them together so that every result that comes back includes both concepts. If I had more search terms, I could add another "and" and something else after that. Now you'll see my search is successful, and I've got 160 different articles that came back. As far as the different kinds of articles, you'll notice here on the left-hand side that it tells me what it found. Note that journal articles tend to be the highest level of article writing. Those are usually written by experts in the field. Many times they've conducted a study and they're reporting their results. So while all articles are good to cite, journal articles certainly are the cream of the crop. When you find an article that looks like a good one, simply click on the title and you can go in and you can start reading the article. And again, don't forget, you've always got that cite button and email button somewhere on the page for getting the MLA citation and for sending the article to yourself. The other very large database that we have is called Academic OneFile. And one other method of searching is something that you're probably familiar with from when you search on the general internet, and that's predictive searching. As you start to type in your search, if you see a suggested search that's what you're looking for, you can go ahead and click on it and see what comes up. Again, the results are broken down into different categories. And one other thing to note is that some of our databases present you with the results sorted by relevance, meaning they put the ones that they think are most relevant to your topic first, while some give you the results sorted with the newest ones listed first, meaning the articles that are written most recently are going to be at the top of the list. When you're working on the persuasive speech, again, these databases in the middle box are great ones to take a look at. The two biggest here are the Opposing Viewpoints and the SIRS Issues Researcher databases. The good thing is that these are searched the same way you search all of our other databases. So let's say we were looking for information on any legislation that's being proposed or has been passed regarding the dangers of forever chemicals. This might be a good search, forever chemicals and legislation. And I've got 45 results that came back. One other search tip is when you look through your search results, decide if you maybe could conduct the search using some other search terms. For example, I've used the word legislation. Maybe I want to change that, and instead of legislation, try regulations. I'm going to get some different results, and I may even look out and find more results. A lot of searching is just trial and error, finding out what the best search terms are for your particular topic. The Opposing Viewpoints database, I'm not going to conduct a search here, but please note that you may see that some of our databases do look very similar because they're made by the same companies. They contain different results, but they are made by the same companies. A few moments ago we looked at the Academic OneFile database, and it's made by the same company that makes this database, so that's why the search screens look similar. Another good one to take a look at, while it's not labeled as a best bet because it's a little bit smaller in terms of the number of articles it contains, but another good one is CQ Researcher. And again, I won't be doing a search in these, but the news databases down here at the bottom are also good ones to take a look at. The last thing that we're going to look at with regards to library resources in this video will be the two links that are found on the Multimedia tab, Films on Demand and Canopy. These are the library's two streaming video providers. These are academic videos that you don't have access to through online sources like YouTube. These are available through library subscriptions that we then offer to all of you. You can use either one, but Films on Demand will probably have a little bit more than Canopy will for speech-related topics. If any videos are found, all you have to do is click on the title, and you can go in and you can start watching the video. Just like with all other library resources, be it ebooks or the databases, there will be a cite button somewhere on the page to see the MLA style citation. Two other nice things. On the right-hand side is a transcript. So if you want to directly quote something from the video, you don't have to retype it yourself. It's going to be over here in the transcript. There's also a share button. The share button allows you to email a link to this to yourself, but the other thing that the share feature has is the ability to get a direct link to this video. So if you wish to embed it in a presentation, you could use this link and embed it in a presentation so that you could directly bring up this video quickly. And library resources do not contain advertisements, so you will not have to wait through a commercial that you would have to skip during your presentation. You can even create custom segments where you can make it so that the video queues up at a very specific point in time and ends at a very specific point in time. Two more tabs that we're going to cover in this video. The first being the Images tab. If you're working on a presentation and you need help finding high quality images to include in your presentation, these are not library resources, but these are 5 websites that provide you with very high quality, high resolution images that look great in presentations. If you need library assistance, the last tab is where we're going to finish up today, and that's the Get Help tab. This is where you can find all the different methods for contacting the library. Either the hours that we're open, if you want to visit us in person, or you can reach out to a librarian via email. You can go in our chat room during the hours listed here and speak with an HGTC library staff member. You can call us, or you can text us. Whatever method works for you, works for us. And we encourage you, if you need help, please do reach out to us. Thanks a lot for watching.